Welcome to the Cryptonaut podcast. I am Mark Storrs, and with me as always is
Rob Morphy,
Bobby B, and
Creas.
Oh, boys, this episode, it looks as though, I read ahead a little bit, we're going someplace very familiar.
Oh, yeah.
Is it quite possibly back into the cryptic waters of cryptozoology?
That's precisely where, yes.
I was trying to make that word, cryptic waters of the cryptic.
Right.
Yeah, it's
The inscrutable depths of...
No, I'm trying to do the alliteration.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
The cryptic, crazy, confounding cascades of cryptozoology. Holy shit, I
Wow.
did that.
You did.
Dude, the cascades, bro.
Dude. the Cascades.
The conundrum-filled waters of cryptozoology.
You got to do the
Do I?
Yeah, isn't that like alliteration? Isn't that what it is?
I don't know. I don't do that anymore. I quit. No, I didn't.
You read one too many reviews. Someone
No,
was like,
fuck,
this
no.
alliteration
If
sucks.
anything, I just doubled down on alliteration all the
Yeah,
time.
a whole sentence that started with the same letter.
Just
whole paragraph.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's going to be examples of it ahoy in this piece too.
I often
But
do that.
yes, we are getting back.
Yeah.
Reject like negative reviews and fully embrace.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, you don't like when I do that? Oh, fucking good luck.
Yeah.
You better not
that's
ever
the
listen
deal.
to the show again. But yeah, man, so we're heading back to the Ohio River Valley, it looks like, or I'm sorry, the Ohio River. We're diving into some cryptozoology here with this episode, Malevolent Mud Mermaids of Indiana.
Mhm.
Not the spot you would think there would be mud mermaids.
No, generally speaking.
No, I mean, I'm going to assume the coast.
We'll be discussing that.
Okay.
Like
Right.
the different, ways of looking at mermaids. But yeah, I agree. You don't think of the American Midwest as the first place you're going to hunt for a fucking mermaid.
Yeah.
That's a fact. That's
Yeah.
science.
Definitely not mermaid country. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely not.
The rolling hills of mermaid country.
Yeah.
The corn mermaids of Nebraska.
Yeah, right. I was trying to think of a term. I was like corn maids, but
Corn
like
maids. I
Yeah,
know.
like
That doesn't
Ohio,
really
yeah, Iowa, right? Oklahoma, the Oklahoma
Oh,
mermaids.
the maize maids.
The
Maize maids.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean that's
sick.
alliteration at least.
That is, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, fucking.
But
sick,
we're not
dude.
dealing with corn at all in this.
Okay,
So
yet.
put dreams of corn out of your mind
Okay,
as of right now.
a no corn zone.
Yes.
Corn with a K.
No.
Okay,
Stop.
just checking. I'm just checking.
Neither version
Never
of corn.
All
So
right,
the answer is always no.
fine.
Answer is
Fine.
always no.
All right. We'll be getting started with, on the cusp of the 20th century, a group of horrified Hoosiers claim to have encountered something utterly unexpected lurking in the murky, mud-filled depths of the paranormally plagued Ohio River. A group of vicious quasi-reptilian humanoids that locals swiftly christened Mud Mermaids.
Well done.
Is it Hoosier or Hosier?
Hoosier?
Hoosier.
Hoosier.
It's Hoosier.
Okay.
That was weird. But it was
Hosier?
It was the
Hosier?
it was the humanoid that threw me
Yeah,
for a
me
loop.
too. Yeah, you said humanoid.
Oh, did I
I'm
say
like,
humanoid?
You sure did.
Nice.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
All right.
Delivering the goods.
Reptilian
dude.
humanoid?
Dude, Hoosiers, humanoids. You're like, what is this?
Yeah.
It's always an adventure in pronunciation when it comes to us.
Yep.
So that's fair. I enjoy that.
all right. Excellent. Well,
All right. So let's
uh,
dive in. Pun, I guess, fully intended.
humanoids.
Humanoids all day long. Since a time immemorial, legends of half fish, half human beings have been passed down by crusty sea salts in pierside pubs and roaring bonfires next to seaside shanties. These often unnerving maritime myths, save for unique and especially for the victims horrifying encounters such as those involving the 2012 Nzuzu, aka the murderous mermaids of Zimbabwe, which we'll all recall, have come from every ocean on Earth, as these frequently malefic mer creatures are generally relegated to marine environs, indicating what you were saying earlier, Mark. You don't expect to find that shit in the Midwest.
Yeah.
But the austere, if ornery, ichthyo-humanoids said to infest international waters are not what we'll be discussing here today. Instead, we're going to tighten our focus and zoom in on the often frightening and always fascinating realm of regional cryptozoology, our bread and butter, my faves. Technically, anywhere is regional, and if somebody wanted to be a dick and make that argument,
yeah.
fine. But truly backwoods bullshit is our fun place. And specifically a subset of semi-aquatic, barely humanoid beasts that have risen from the depths of freshwater bodies to terrorize locals, usually errant, trespassing teens who find themselves tucked into a little lake or riverside hideaway to get high, make out, sneak a few beers, or just talk shit away from the prying eyes of their parents. It is during what ought to be these precious memory-making moments that those involved are confronted by the unthinkable. In a chapter titled, I don't know where that extra sound entitled came from.
I learned it by watching.
It's like I had a Sean Connery stroke there.
I learned it by watching you.
Jesus Christ. North American Merfolk and Barton M. Nunley's Essential in Humanoids, Real Encounters with Creatures That Can't Exist. The author writes, quote, in 1937, a horrified angler watched what he described as a green-colored scaly humanoid emerge from a lake in Saginaw, Michigan, where he was fishing. It stood for a moment on the shore in the shadow of a tree, he said, before it splashed back down into the water. The witness allegedly suffered a nervous breakdown because of the experience.
Okay.
We've talked about this before, and I'll be citing it all in a bit. The mention of a nervous breakdown, a classic trope in all manner of ghost stories and urban legends, inclines one to rank this brief yet bizarre account as at best apocryphal, but it would be far from the last of its kind. And now we're going to go through a little bit of a greatest hits here.
Yeah.
On March 28, 1959, three teenage buddies, while hanging out near the swampy shores of the Charles Mill Reservoir, had a face-to-face encounter with one of the most bizarre beasts on the books. According to their incredible account, the terrified trio watched in abject horror as a colossal creature described as an arm-free, long-legged, hairless, no-neck humanoid with luminous green eyes, a phallic head, and large webbed feet. Fucking Pickle Rick. Emerged from the murky mire. Needless to say, the young men exited the scene post-haste.
The Charles Mill race monster, dude.
No, you're confusing the Mill race monster with the Charles Mill Lake Reservoir monster.
Oh, there's different.
And that will be mentioned momentarily.
Oh.
Yeah. Then on August 19, 1972, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police launched an investigation into a mysterious monster that allegedly attacked a pair of teens near the shores of British Columbia's Thetis Lake. According to the victims, they were on the beach when they saw a spontaneous swell in the black water. Suddenly, the finned head and silver-scaled torso of a humanoid creature rose from the lake and shot from the churning surf directly toward them. Fearing for their lives, they sprinted back toward their parked car, but before they got to it, the thing managed to pierce the hand of one of the boys with its spiked skull. The twosome managed to escape, albeit barely. Next came one of the most notable cryptozoological cases of the 20th century. The events in question began on November 1st, 1974, when the Columbus Police Department received a series of panicked reports from two separate sets of eyewitnesses, 6 young women in total, all of whom claimed to have seen or been attacked by a massive fanged, razor-clawed, filthy green-skinned, moss-covered monstrosity that took to skulking near the waterways inside Indiana's 83-acre Mill Race Park. That's the Mill Race one. So
did we cover that on the other one? We did during that pod.
Absolutely.
The Charles Mill Race, yeah, because that was the one. Yeah, it was like a weird dildo, like it was just stuck.
So again, I'll be citing the numbers of all these pods coming up, but yes, that was with orange eyes, one of the earliest pods we ever did.
Yes, it was.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dang.
Hobo with bicycle reflectors gambit accepted.
That's where that theory came from.
Yeah, indeed.
Sick.
So this is a separate thing, but also an aquatic, evidently humanoid. Okay. These reports so alarmed the local populace that it triggered what is considered to be the biggest monster hunt in the history of the United States. And we talked about that in combination with like Murfreesboro Mud Monster or Point Pleasant. Point Pleasant, far and away the most famous.
Yeah.
This allegedly the largest. Clearly, we here at the Cryptonaut podcast have a deep and abiding affection for these wet, wily weirdos. But Though this brief overview represents just a smattering of the scores of semi-humanoid aquatic anomalies that eyewitnesses claim to have seen lurking in and around freshwater bodies, it nevertheless serves as a solid introduction to the creatures that allegedly dwell within the muddy depths of the ill-famed Ohio River, as well as its many tributaries. The most celebrated of these amphibious anomalies have, according to indigenous lore, been seen for centuries traversing the intricate network of waterways that trace their way through the Ohio River Valley. Taking their name from the location of their most infamous encounters, the anthropomorphic frog-like fiends known as the Loveland Frogmen, which we did a super deep dive breaking down all the myriad varieties and spate of sightings. Which is fascinating, have in the span of just decades gone from local legend to real-life monsters to a full-blown pop cultural phenomenon. But while they are far and away the most famous of their ilk, it is an incident, a lesser-known story that took place on August 21st, 1955, hot on the heels of the now iconic Kelly Hopkinsville Goblin incident that has forever cemented the Ohio River as not only a place of mystery, but also one that contains unfathomable creatures that are capable of killing. It is an entity that decades ago, on the Storied American Monsters website, Mark and I dubbed the Green Claw Beast. And it's a caliber of creature that ought to shoot an icy jolt up the spines of any non-pool bound recreational swimmer. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
For the record, a
I
monster
agree.
can still get in your pool. Before you jump in your pool, check to make sure there's no monsters.
Yeah, but you can see.
You can just see the pool.
Like if you
You don't
take
know
care of
that.
your pool,
You
you
don't
can see
know.
to
You
the bottom
don't-
of your pool. All right, so
No.
if it's
You
it's
don't-
camouflage like a predator.
I don't know if I can't see through the pool.
Do you guys own a pool?
Yeah.
Where?
Chris owns
Yeah,
a pool.
motherfucker. Yeah. What are you gonna do now?
Shit. You called me out on it. Shit.
You're just like, where?
Yeah, like, dude, maybe he does own a pool. Maybe I don't know about
The
Chris's
only pool that I could never consistently see to the bottom was my maternal grandparents, and they had like 48 fucking grandkids because my mom was one of 16, and nobody took care of that thing. It was an algae-ridden
That's
cesspool.
the
Sure.
worst, dude.
That probably had monsters in it. I wouldn't know
No,
because I
it
barely
did.
fucking ever went
100%
in
did.
there.
100% did.
Yes,
Got mutant.
certainly brain-eating
It's
parasites.
got weird mutant barracudas in there.
By and large, though, the pool is a safe environment as long as you check first, as you mentioned.
All right, safety
Okay.
first.
Yeah. It's also an incident that may well have a connection to the much earlier mud mermaid encounters that we'll be discussing today. So this green clawed beast, which I'm about to get into, may well be associated with what we're going to delve into.
Sweet.
The case of the green clawed beast began in the hot, sticky thick of a blistering 102-degree heat wave, that is Fahrenheit for all our listeners out there. A woman named Naomi Johnson, along with her 3 children and best friend Louise Lambell, arrived at a remote spot on the Ohio River, not far from Evansville, Indiana, in order to take a refreshing plunge into its murky waters. It would be a decision that all involved would regret for the rest of their lives. With the kids playing on the beach and Louise lounging in her inner tube, Naomi, by far the strongest swimmer of the bunch, dove in and began swimming out about 45 feet from the shoreline, savoring the warmth of the sun on her face and the cool liquid keeping her afloat. Not wanting to drift any further, Naomi kicked her feet and began paddling in when she felt something coarse and seemingly hairy brush against her calf. The swimmer was startled, though not too alarmed. After all, the Ohio was a wild and thriving river full of living creatures. She likely dismissed the bump as a run-in with a catfish barb or something equally mundane, and that was when the unthinkable once again occurred.
So much unthinkable.
So much unthinkable. I usually don't like to repeat myself. Often I would take pause here. You know what?
You know what? Is it?
Unfathomable.
I was gonna say unfathomable.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but I can't say unfathomable.
You sure can. You sure can. We're going to practice.
Unfathomable.
So, cobbled together real quick.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's unthinkable. Just fucking live with it. Without warning, Naomi felt a large, hairy, 3-clawed hand clutch her around the knee and yank her downward with inhuman strength. The young mother struggled to disengage herself, managed to kick loose the claw, and broke through the water with a blood-curdling shriek. Her children and her best friend could only stare in horror as the distraught Naomi gasped, "Something's got me," before once again being wrenched beneath the surface of the river. Fortunately, Naomi was able to kick her leg free a second time, but her underwater assailant was unwilling to give up so easily and swiftly seized her again, this time from behind. With barely a moment to take another fleeting breath, Naomi was sucked back down into the seaweed-strewn depths. Louise's screams for help, echoed down the river as she helplessly watched her friend being pulled below the water's shadowy surface once again. Despite being a poor simmer, Jesus Christ, she doesn't simmer for shit. Hot boil. She's on.
She ain't gonna simmer.
Damn it all. So, despite being a poor swimmer, she once again began furiously paddling to where Naomi had vanished. Frantic, Louise scanned the water for her missing friend, but there was no sign of her. Suddenly, the water next to Louise erupted as Naomi surfaced a third time, gasping for breath and lunging for her buddy's inner tube. It's unknown whether the massive splash had scared the unseen aquatic attacker away or if it had just gotten bored of the chase. But either way, its attacks abruptly abated. Louise did her best to help Naomi get safely to shore, and her undoubtedly panic-stricken kids, who were there waiting for them, thank God they weren't in the water. Once back on the riverbank, she inspected the multiple lacerations on her friend's leg, all of which seemed to be covered in a bizarre blue mud. When the mud was washed off, Louise saw that Naomi's leg had several deep scratches that stretched from her knee to her ankle, but what was most perplexing was the distinct three-fingered handprint that had apparently marked her leg, staining the flesh itself with a peculiar greenish-blue hue.
Oh, you got one of them algae blooms on your leg.
Yeah.
Damn.
Nasty.
Blue-green algae.
No matter how vigorously she and Louise tried to wash it off, the palm print remained. Even after medical help arrived, they too were unable to remove the stained claw mark from Naomi's leg. Though a photo was taken and a sample of the strange blue mud was evidently sent for testing to the University of Pittsburgh, where it was apparently determined that the clay-like substance would be similar to that would come from an underwater cave. So, again, this is all super apocryphal. Like, the photo disappeared, and the substance allegedly, the experts of underwater caves at Pittsburgh U fucking claimed, like, oh, this is the blue mud of a Pittsburgh, Ohio River cave. But, no one's seen the fucking report or anything like that.
It's because Big Gov shut them down. That's why Big Ohio Gov shut that shit down.
Both infuriatingly lost to time, as it were.
Damn it.
In defiance of all logic, the print remained on Naomi's leg for several days, serving as a grim reminder of her ordeal until it simply faded away. Although through the mud and agitation, neither Naomi nor Louise were able to get a clear or sustained look at the allegedly scaly creature, the size of its palm print seemed to indicate that it was of prodigious size. It's also worth noting that, and this is a fucking completely left field thing, but it's part of the case. According to some reports, while on their way to the swimming hole, someone in the vehicle noticed a strange object in the sky that was described as resembling, quote unquote, the bottom of a bushel barrel. This could be significant considering the previous evening's night-long siege of the Sutton family's Kentucky farmhouse by a group of ethereal, pointy-eared entities. But let's just put a pin in that for now. Aliens are never taken off the table, just like diabetes and fucking the devil. But in this case, because there was a UFO sighting,
right,
it's definitely on there.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. And, all right, so here's where I break it down. And for those interested in these cases and who want to take a deeper dive, please consult episodes 1, 9, 17, 36, 65, 82, 228, 229, and 230, as well as 296, respectively. Then you'll get all the Loveland frogmen, you'll get the green clawed beast, you'll get the Zimbabwe mermaids, all that shit. Oh, and also amphibious anthropoids USA.
The Loveland Redux.
Yeah, that's 228 through 230.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice.
Which we will be releasing at some point as a mega cut.
Yes, there is we have some news coming up for some supercuts.
So that's great.
Yeah, super stoked.
This brings us to today's account, one which may well have been an even earlier sighting of a member of the same sinister species that had almost caused Naomi Johnson's untimely demise. But first, let's establish place, as we like to do. Nestled on the north bank of the Ohio River in Switzerland County's Jefferson Township is the small all-American town of Vevey, Indiana. It's written Vevey, but I've looked through all the pronunciations, and it's apparently pronounced Vee. So it's
Okay.
Vevey, Indiana.
VV.
Founded in it sounds like somebody's mocking the French, which, we don't abide by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like a Pokemon too.
Yeah, it sure does.
Phoebe.
Yeah,
Get
that
that fucking
does.
VV.
Is that part of the fucking new set that just came out?
Could be.
Prismatic Evolutions?
Oh, boy.
Oh.
Yeah, dude.
Nice.
Fuck.
Founded in 1802, this charming slice of Midwest Mayberry-esque Americana consistently supported between 12 and 1,800 souls. But at the dawn of the 20th century, the population of this pastoral paradise would increase with the discovery of a colony of bizarre and undeniably bellicose beasts, two of which, evidently consisting of a mating pair, were frequently seen slithering through the snags of a local sandbar. As is the case with far too many century-old accounts, who the first eyewitnesses were or how word of the phenomenon spread throughout the region are sadly lost to time, though the area's native cultures had a rich tradition of waging war against the amphibious anomalies lurking within the river, and we talked about that at length in the Loveland addendum that we just talked about. The creatures they'd have weapons and they'd come out and there'd be fucking skirmishes on the shore.
Yeah.
Which would be great scenes, if nothing else, in fucking documentaries and movies.
Yeah, man, just get like your muskets ready.
Yeah.
Like fire.
Well, it would be Native Americans fighting, indigenous
Okay, well,
frog things that are living in the river.
Get them the muskets.
Sure. I mean, eventually somebody had muskets.
Yeah.
And somebody else had a blunderbuss, and then
they
the
were
war was
shooting
over.
the frog.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And the frogs didn't stand a
Not a
goddamn chance. Just imagine just some native dude just hitting a Loveland frog with a fucking
that war
musket.
over.
Just the arms gone. They're like, fuck. They all run back in the
Dude, oh,
water.
hell
Like,
yeah.
oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
I don't know why I think it's so funny, but I do.
All right. Though there is a rich and varied tradition of these legends, which we fucking love, it would not be until the Saturday, October 20th, 1894 edition of the Akron Evening Times that the critters now known as mud mermaids first appeared in print. The article would read, on the sandbar of the Ohio River, Vevey, Indiana, reside two nondescript creatures, not sure if they knew what the word nondescript meant. Maybe they thought it meant beyond description.
Yeah.
Horrible in appearance and habit.
Oh, God. What are they doing?
Ugly to look at. They probably chain
I
smoke.
was gonna say,
habit,
are they
I know.
smoking cigs
I
just
know.
on the river? Like, fuck it,
It's just
fucking cigs.
bad habits.
God.
Bad habits across the fucking.
Fucking
God,
miss
19th
cigs.
century writing.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay. They are amphibious in nature and resemble in appearance huge lizards with human features. So again, I don't know. I mean, I can't help but see like a fucking iguana with like a dude head, like a scaly, like unimpressed dude head.
like jacked,
Well, yeah, I mean,
like jacked body with like a fucking lizard head. Dude, that would be.
Well,
dope.
that's cooler.
That would be sick.
That's not what's being described at all.
No, not at all. No,
It is a more reptilian body with fucking
With
dude head.
Right.
Yeah.
fucking weird, man.
Yeah, definitely. But kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. When partly submerged in the yellow waters of the Ohio, this is back before they were brown. they were getting there.
They were just piss colored.
Yeah.
Nice.
They are strangely like human beings. Of what species of animal they are, no one knows. It's like fucking reading Yoda when you're reading old-timey journalism.
Yeah,
Of
seriously.
what species
Yeah.
of human
They're
they are.
nondescript, but here's a description. We
Yeah.
don't know what they are, but here's what they are. Like, bruh.
For it is impossible to get near enough them to judge correctly. The sandbar in question is at low tide, covered with huge logs and stumps of trees, known in the river vernacular as snags.
No.
You guys have your own river vernacular?
Dude, is that like that river talk, dog?
That's river talk.
Like, yo, I'm about to go down here in the goddamn river.
Well, Yeah, I'm sure that's one of the accents
Some snags.
on the river.
Got some snags. Some snags in the river.
They have been, the article continues, deposited by the government snag boats. Fucking, what do? I run a government snag boat.
Yeah, sweet.
Engaged in keeping the channel clear. When the water is high enough to cover these snags, the creatures make their home among them. When the water recedes, they disappear into some unknown lair and wait for the rise. End
So
quote.
they move with the tides?
I guess so.
Okay.
It seems really inconvenient, man.
I mean, it can't be their home. That has to be like a convenient place to eat.
Or
hang
something,
out. When
right? Because
the water's high, they can like bring their food up in there. And we'll talk
Yeah.
about what they're doing there in a second.
Hmm.
But you're right. That doesn't seem like it's their habitat. You can't live in a place and then every time the tide goes out, you're fucked for home.
Yeah.
So it's just got
Gotta
to be a
take
place
off.
they hang out.
Yeah, it's like,
Where the-
like
where
you
the
said, if
The punk teen mud mermaids
it's like
hang
where
out.
like they go to eat or something,
Right.
or
Yeah.
procreate in
Yeah.
the high waters of the Ohio.
Oh my.
Pork.
Yeah,
Pork it in the
dude.
snag.
Oh,
Pork it in the snag.
jeez. Oh my God. Yeah, that's the title of this pod. If indeed we could rename it at this point, can we throw a colon in there? Pork in the snag. I think we can get away with it.
These horrible, undescriptive creatures show
Mud
up. To,
mermaids of Indiana.
yeah,
Right.
they show up to
Pork
eat.
in the snag.
There you go. That's funny.
Oh fuck! It makes me so happy. Okay, all right. And as if their mere existence weren't disturbing enough, quote again, from indications they appear to be carnivorous. Among the snags are to be found wagon loads of mussel shells, fish bones, and other debris of animals. Debris of animals.
Debris.
Yes.
Yeah.
When the river goes down, these shells and other articles disappear, only to be succeeded by a fresh lot. This is evidenced to those who have watched the coming and going of the strange things that they live upon such food. Adding, it has been about 4 years since they were first noticed about VV. So they've been there
Okay.
for
They have a
4
little.
years.
They have like their own little buffet, their own
Yeah.
little aquatic OCB.
So here's the thing that makes me think maybe science wasn't the strong suit of the author of this, or vocabulary with nondescript. Like shellfish and weird animal debris is what's going to be there when the tide goes down. And it will be
Yeah.
washed away at the next high tide.
Yeah.
And
No,
guess what? There'll be new versions of quote unquote animal debris.
Yes. Yes. That's how. That's
It's just,
just
it's just how it
physics.
works.
I mean,
Yeah.
if it's like a horse and a raccoon and I don't know, like some kind of cow, you'd be like,
Sure.
that's weird.
I
But-
prefer to think though that it's an extraordinary amount. Like here's my perfect cryptozoological world. They're all familiar with local fauna. They understand that, shit comes and goes with the tide, but there's so much carnage there. Every time the fucking
It's-
water goes out, that they're like, these fuckers, it's like a pondo for crypto.
15 cow heads every time.
Every time.
It's just like a
They
slaughterhouse.
skeletalize a cow quicker than any fucking
Right.
school of piranha.
Just a pig right on a platter
Yeah,
disappears.
just all bones.
It's my dream. It's my dream world. I know it's not science. I get it.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
They
All
now call it the River of Bones.
Oh, it's just bones and carnage.
Oh,
Yeah, and shells.
and shells.
Piss yellow and filled with blood.
God, about these horrible creatures are smoking and fucking.
Oh,
There you go.
oh my God, they are.
Smoking.
Smoking. Yeah,
Yeah, they're smoking. They have bad
They
habits.
have bad habits.
We established it.
They're smoking
Yeah.
ciggies.
Drinking Thunderbird,
Yeah,
giving no fucks,
dude.
Yeah,
Couple
well.
ciggies and some Thunderbirds. There you
riding
go.
the rails, the
Yeah.
underwater
I
rails.
mean, I think it was pipes. They probably have pipes
Oh, shit pipes. A lot of cryptids would have a shit pipe.
because they think they're fucking fancy.
Yeah, I like that dirty cig.
Oh,
though.
They
made out of,
lounge
like-
on a snag with a pipe.
Just fucking like,
It's getting low. We have to go now.
To-
Then they fucking go back out into
we
the.
should bring more carnage in the morn.
Bring the mussel shells without the mussels, because that's what we do.
It's just the shells.
You got to make like the squirrel skulls into like the pipe head.
Yeah, man.
Interchangeable.
We would
It's,
save.
it's a sign of
Oh,
prestige.
Maybe.
We would save these trinkets for our Etsy shop.
Oh my.
Indeed.
Indeed. Soon after, a more detailed description of these moist monstrosities, that's a phrase that will never catch on like enigmatic entities, but I insist on using every chance I get,
Sweet.
would appear in the pages of the Cincinnati Enquirer. Specifically, an article that detailed a fact-finding expedition by a Confederate riverboat captain from Covington, Kentucky, named J.M. Ozier. Mr. J.M. Ozier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Captain, Esquire.
Going on a boat. I'm gonna go look for some shit.
I mean, the war was over at that point by plenty.
Yeah, he's got nothing else to do.
I guess he's just really holding on to that definition as a Confederate dude.
I mean, you lost, and now this, now
Like
you have
30 years
Oh no,
before.
he's
Yeah.
keeping his title. He's like, you're taking this from me.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I'm a goddamn captain of the boat. Okay.
But unlike so many monster hunters whose efforts come to naught, Ozier claimed that he had managed to not only find the mythical man beasts, but was also able to take extensive notes about their odd appearances. In his article, in his August 11th, 2021 article on these aquatic anthropoids, Cole Harold, our fucking good buddy and researcher of great renown,
Hell yeah, dude. Cole Harrell, what up, dude?
paraphrased the article, writing that, quote, Ozier would take notes on these armored aquatic animals. So first take note of that.
Yeah.
Apparently they have some sort
Armored?
of plating.
Yeah, when did that happen?
That's
I mean,
awesome.
well, we haven't really got a full description. We're about to get as good a description as you can get at this point.
Oh, okay.
Sweet.
So armored, stating that they were approximately 5 feet in length, about 150 pounds, with a yellowish color. Camouflage for the piss water.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Its body is humanoid, but only from the waist up. And even then, its hands are webbed with long claws. So not very, very long clawed, webbed hands, but basically humanoid from the waist up.
Okay.
Okay, I know I'm just repeating here. It has legs, human-like in shape, yet shorter than the arms, which is weird. I mean, we've seen this in other cryptids before,
Okay.
but like stubby legs, long arms, it is what it is.
Okay.
And the body in the back tapers to a point, but not in the same way as a classic tail. And that is not further illuminated.
Oh yes.
So I can see it like coming together in like one of those little like ridgy points,
It's
but
like
it's not a tail specifically.
Is it like that's like a weird butt?
Sort of like a soft-shelled turtle, maybe. But
Okay,
a
yeah, it's
pointy
got
back butt that
little
covers,
weird-
but
yeah.
like it covers the anus. I'm assuming, like a tail would.
Right.
I'm assuming. Fucked if I know.
Maybe the cheeks cover the anus.
I mean, I don't know.
One
Nice.
cheek.
They don't. Oh,
One
cheek.
dude.
one tapered cheek.
One tapered cheek.
I like it.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I like it.
Okay.
All right. But it's definitely not a tail. On its back, there is coarse hair, as well as a third of the way down the body. So on its back and a third of the way down. I don't know what that means. It stops at the legs. I'm not sure. The skin of the lower portion of the body seems elephant-like, but the upper portion appears smoother, as well as appearing brighter than the lower portions. So again, darker yellow to lighter yellow, smooth, and then all of a sudden a fucking fuck bag of wrinkles at the end.
Weird.
It's just very
Yeah,
hard.
What is happening? What am I seeing?
Maybe
I know.
Just weird, like
That's why I keep pausing, because you feel like you got to put a pin in all of these points, and none of it.
weird elephant skin bottoms. Okay.
I mean, they're sort of like, I don't know, like if the Japanese imported Kappa into America, sort
yeah,
of.
actually, yeah. Honestly,
yeah,
I
it's part sleeve stack, part kappa.
Yeah,
yeah.
a lot of things going on here.
Something.
Totally. But here's
Different colors.
not the final point, but here's more. He describes it as bearing a surprisingly strong resemblance to Zip, a member of P.T. Barnum's troupe, end quote.
Is that the pinhead?
Yes. So for those not familiar with the history of human oddities, once known as freak shows, Zip the Pinhead, born William Henry Johnson,
Yeah,
was
I
a
remember
performer with Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey sideshows at Coney Island, who suffered from microcephaly, a condition characterized by a small tapering cranium, then referred to commonly, though not nice at all, as a pinhead. So that's what that is. So I'm assuming that this thing,
So it's a smaller skull.
this guy, just like the head just tapers to a tinier
Yeah.
point.
Huh.
I don't know.
Okay.
But just adds another layer of
Yeah,
description.
this thing is a whole amalgamation of fuck.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, absolutely.
Hmm.
Ozier claimed that these mud-covered miscreants had sharp-pointed ears that stood up like those of a dog and looked generally reptilian save for its ape-like face, adding that they appeared to be skittish creatures and that when disturbed they immediately submerged, but not like that of a scurrying animal, more akin to a plunging stone, almost as if it had an air bladder that it could quickly deflate, allowing it to sink at a moment's notice.
Kind of cool.
Yeah. I mean, I was imagining these things like sliding on the mud like crocodiles, like like all sorts of animals do that, like are quadrupeds in the mud. But it's more, I don't know, disturbing just seeing it like there and boop, gone.
Yeah.
A lot of descriptions of Nessie have it submerge in that fashion too, where it's not gradual, it doesn't go up and dive down, it's just there and then swoop. Again, who knows?
Air bladder.
Intriguingly, Ozier claimed that of the numerous eyewitnesses he'd spoken to, they all seemed to agree that despite their human-like features, the eyes of these mud mermaids betrayed no trace of intelligence, just animal instincts ranging from fear to fury.
Oh, they know nothing but carnage.
They know the blood of the bank.
The blood of the bank.
The sandbar fucking...
The touch of a lover.
Sandbar slaughter.
Yeah,
touch
dude,
of a lover.
sandbar slaughter. Fuck, the sandbar orgy.
An orgy of violence.
Yeah.
And procreation.
There you go.
You fucking eat where you fuck. You got to get the carcass open.
You
Eat the
fuck
soft
where
parts.
you eat.
You fuck in the rib cage. You make your babies there. They eat what's left of the corpse. That's how a mud mermaid cycle goes.
Then it gets carried out to sea.
It's all carried out
until
to
the next
sea.
rib comes in. Then you pork in that rib.
And you pork in that rib.
And then hopefully the babies are born, and then they spread out, and there's other members.
And they make rafts out of deer
hopefully
carcasses.
It's not, some
you
weird.
can see them like canoeing down. The
Hopefully
river.
their DNA pool is big. Doesn't sound like it is.
Yeah, that sounds problematic.
Yeah, they're gonna just screw with themselves into extinction.
It's a real possibility.
Could be.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. Okay. The latter of which, and by latter of which I mean when I was discussing fear and fury, the latter of which came to bear when Ozier first came upon the creatures. According to Cole, quote, while out boating, Ozier came across two of the creatures of what he believed to be both a male and female. He claimed he could distinguish between the two sexes by stating that the male acted aggressively when he had approached, as either the beast was territorial or attempting to protect its mate, end quote. I'm not sure if he was quoting from the original article because I couldn't find the original article, or if that was... it doesn't sound like Cole's writing. It sounds like old-timey journalism.
Yeah.
But apparently, so he wasn't seeing, like, I don't know, cloaca or whatever, like these kind of creatures would have for genitals. He just assumed that the more aggressive of the two was being the protective male figure.
Okay.
But
fair.
we don't know. This is Ozier's assumption. After being driven away by the presumably protective male, Ozier took his leave, soon after regaling reporters with his astonishing observations, all of which we have just shared with you. As to what happened next, it's difficult to ascertain. With no less than 2 semi-major metropolitan papers covering this case, one can only imagine the furor these creatures must have caused in the nearby communities. I mean, in what was those slower-paced days, what could have been more thrilling to the local populace than a thriving colony of repto-humanoids living just outside of their homes in the Ohio River? Did teenage boys dare each other to see who could get the closest to these things without being attacked or run off? Did families gather on the shore with picnic lunches in order to watch the atavistic entities frolicking amongst the jagged branches of fallen trees, all the while feeding on local fauna and, of course, fucking in their corpses, as we've established?
What are they doing? Don't worry.
Don't worry. You'll know. You're almost marrying age. You're 12.
They're smoking a cig, locking eyes with everyone like this.
Oh, look.
Like this is what I'm doing.
It's terrible.
Yeah. $10 tier gets to see that.
Oh boy. Yeah,
I might have to block it out.
You just watched a mud mermaid make a fuck if you were on a $10 tier right now, and it's something that'll stay with you.
With a weird way to hold a cigarette, apparently.
Because they got those weird long
what
wet
are you
fingers.
doing?
You can't burn the webbing. You got to hold it upside down. Oh,
that's true. No, you just have to hold it like
that
this.
fucking face. It's so arrogant.
It is.
Oh.
That's what they do, man. They're terrible. They hate humans.
I mean, all of that makes sense.
Yeah,
and you nailed it.
They hate mankind.
That was the best performance I've ever seen. Not since you stood like a deer have I seen a better performance.
That's right. I should get more active.
Yeah, you really should.
Try to.
Oh, fucking yeah.
I mean, I have very limited motion here. I can do the twist. Look at that. Here you go.
All right, let me continue with my speculation.
All right, here we go.
Did local doctors, scientists, and men of letters, you don't get to say that often, make a pilgrimage to the riverbanks to see the things for themselves? And considering that the so-called mud mermaids had made their home on on and in the Ohio for the better part of half a decade was the curiosity of museum curators, naturalists, or zoological groups piqued by the legends. One would think the place would have been littered with academics trying to make a name for themselves or carnival hucksters looking to make a quick buck. And you got to charge money for a fucking live sex show when it comes to a fucking cryptid.
Yeah, I mean,
Period.
there's no way. Like, you definitely need to, like, capitalize on that.
And back in the day, I mean, we already brought up P.T. Barnum. I mean,
Yeah.
that was like literally what entertainment was. People exploiting situations and other people to entertain more people.
Watch these weird frogs fuck. Bring the family, bring the kids.
Wow.
Close your eyes, lock up your daughters, lock up your wives.
Dude, you're doing it. You're nailing it.
There you go. That's all it is.
Oh, my God.
Lock up your wives.
Yeah, watch them smoke ciggies while they lock eyes with you. Like, there you go. I don't know why I thought these, dude, ever since we mentioned smoking butts,
Yeah.
just in my mind, every time they're just
Smoking
fucking ripping missiles.
Fucking
It's my own internal, like, struggle to fight against cigarettes
I hear you.
that I've been off of for a while.
You don't want to be like a mud mermaid.
No, I know, but goddamn,
You're
sometimes
classier.
That cig rips, dude.
Especially on the sandbar.
Oh man, I know. Just sitting out there in the sun, ripping a missile. Fuck.
Fucking your girl.
I can taste it. I can taste that cig.
Carcass.
Oh, yeah. It's like a steak.
Jeez, oof.
It is not like steak.
I mean, I've never smoked, so I'm just going
someone
to take
smoked.
Chris's
It was
word
never
there.
like a steak.
I like steak.
All right.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, shit, I'm hitting things.
Oh,
it's
my
going
God.
crazy.
Oh,
okay.
no.
Calm down.
All of this and more seem plausible, but we don't know. Mostly because Hosier's account, like far too many similar stories, is where the track of the Mud Mermaids reaches its end.
Oh man, really?
I know. It sucks.
Always.
Always. I mean, the fact that we got as much as we did, honestly,
But
is
these
the
things
treat.
have been out there for so long. Like
4 years,
maybe
alleged.
maybe he scared him away, man.
Yes, that's a possibility.
Shit.
You can't rule it out. But it's frustrating. So now I'm going to throw in the speculations because, again, where there's no facts, you just have to shit in the wind.
Yeah.
Could they have been battered by rock-hucking kids or killed by well-armed locals worried about what might happen if these scaly predators decided to aim higher up on the food chain for their next meal?
Dude, I love that. He took the ET route of just taking a hammer to the fucking things and just beating these things to death.
Oh, of course.
Because it is what would happen, dude. You get some older teenage kids, look, we're going to kill these fuckers. And then they have all their farming implements. And the next thing you know, dude, they just beat them to a pulp.
Just beat them.
Yeah,
into
just beat them. Take
oblivion.
their cigs. Like, see ya.
Oh,
Yeah, dude.
It's always about that. Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
Killed by local children. Like kind of like Mussolini.
Oh my
Just
I mean,
I mean, that's not wrong. Yeah.
beaten by kindergartners to death. Fucking sweet.
All right, let's continue. Excuse me. Is it possible that they were just driven away by one too many sightseer? Or that perhaps they never existed outside the fertile imaginations of Midwest reporters and crusty riverboat captains on the Confederate side, for the record? Maybe they're still where they always were, lurking in the mud-slathered watering holes of the Ohio River, breathing, feeding, and breeding just like they had for millions of years. Or maybe, just maybe, the only ones unlucky enough to see these antediluvian abominations are those who, like Naomi Campbell and God knows how many other unwary souls, just happened to catch a fleeting glimpse of these needle-toothed, razor-clawed monsters before feeling inhuman claws wrap around their ankles as they're dragged to their death in the murky depths of the Ohio River.
I like how you include Naomi Campbell.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Got to bring it back.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
No, I think her name was Naomi Johnson.
Oh, yeah, it might have been. Why did I say Naomi Campbell? Oh, she's the actress.
Yeah, it's you brought the
Oh,
actress
all right.
/ model.
Well, I read it too. I'm like, that sounds really familiar. Was that
That's-
really her
you know what's
name?
fucked up?
I'm like, how cool would it be?
I literally
if
wrote
this.
this-
Was Naomi Campbell's experience.
This outro like fucking seconds before I arrived at the studio, like I always do.
That's great.
And I don't know what made Campbell pop in. Of course, it's Naomi Johnson.
I think
Yes.
it's awesome. I had to scroll up.
You know
I'm
what
like,
this is? One of the edited scenes from Wild Things, where her and Denise Richards, I believe,
Oh yeah, there you go.
lovely
Oh,
young
yeah.
ladies
Yeah.
in the flower of youth, fucking back in the day in their movie.
Yeah, dude. All right, man. So it appears here is that we might have a little bit of a addendum.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is interesting, and like you were saying, we don't fucking it sucks when the story ends, but I mean, if this thing ever was really there, you know, we piss in the wind about a lot of things, like did they get scared away, this or that. But it does seem very likely, like a lot of species, you know, the ideological efficiency of manifest destiny filling a space with people tends to scare away animals, plus the twin hammers of fucking the technological and industrial revolutions hammer away at habitats. So we have example after example of creatures that we know and are confirmed to exist that couldn't survive any of those trials and tribulations.
I mean, as soon as these things became the hot shit, man, that was it. They were out.
That's what it really seems to be.
The scene is ruined.
So this is another one. This one we did. This is, I think, back in episode 236. Again, one of the aforementioned titles. And if somebody, I guess we could put up links. I don't think we need to, though. You heard them all.
You can literally through our RSS feed, you can find all this stuff. You can search it.
So in episode 296, Amphibious Anthropoids USA, which covered a lot of the same ground here, where we mentioned the Barton Nunley account of the 1937 Alaskan angler.
Yep.
There is also this case from that episode. Again, you can find it in the aforementioned pod there, 296. Also put by Nunley in the Humanoids. And it's an article that comes from the St. Louis, Missouri Globe Democrat, January 17th, 1885. Under the headline, "A Horrible Monster, Special Dispatch to the Globe Democrat." So I'm not going to say the name right. You guys will probably remember this because it was a main feature of that aforementioned pod. Vincenzi, like the old Italians that live in Indiana.
Vincenzi,
Indiana.
Oh, Mama Vincenzi.
January 16th. Some hunters were startled a few days ago by the appearance of an uncouth, horrible-looking animal south of the O&M Railroad Bridge over Fox River near Olney. They had killed but little game and were consoling each other over their bad luck, when their attention was attracted by a noise to the top of a fallen tree. And looking up, they beheld a monster such as they had never seen before. They described the beast as the ugliest-looking animal they had ever saw. Its head and face resembled that of a dark-skinned human with a very large mouth full of sharp, fang-like teeth. Its neck was 2 or 3 feet long and covered with short, red-colored hair. Its body was 5 to 6 feet in length and was covered with scales that looked bright like those of a sunfish. Its tail was 3 to 4 feet long and curved up over its back, scorpion-like, I dare say.
I remember this, yeah.
Its legs were short and the feet webbed, and the toes had long claws. So again, not a spot on, but a lot of very similar attributes.
Yeah.
A weird amalgamation of garbage, yeah.
And the hair on its back, even though it's described here as red, we don't get a color, but it could have been red on the mud mermaids as well.
They took to the trees.
I mean, or they can feed out of the water. Truly amphibious.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, all right. One of the hunters who got too near in trying to throw a rope over its head was struck by the animal's tail, and he tumbled headlong 20 feet away. The animal then made for the creek and disappeared. The beast had been devouring a hog. A party has been organized for the capture of this wild animal. The parties who described it are good men and perfectly reliable. So the interesting thing about this is that this took place near the Vincenzis or whatever, is near the Wabash River. The Wabash River is a tributary of the Ohio River. It is, according to Wikipedia, the largest northern tributary and the third largest overall tributary of the Ohio River. The Wabash flows into the Ohio River and the the southwestern corner of Indiana, forming the Illinois-Indiana border for a portion of its course. So again, not that far away.
No, I mean, it's very easy to travel that too.
Easily traversed by, potentially the same species or subspecies. So that one, and I would say the green-clawed beast, are the ones that run most parallel. This one happened in 1885, and then 9 years later in 1894 was the Hoosiers description of the mud mermaids, and it's their 4-year fucking reign of horror, but not really horror, just occupying a space. And then And then in 50 whatever, 55, something like that. Whatever, like the day of the Hopkinsville Goblin thing that we already mentioned. You get not Naomi Campbell, fine actor that she is.
Yeah.
But Naomi
Johnson.
Brown. Jesus Christ, I can't think of names. We get her account, which may or may not be the same thing. But I thought that it was worth creating a line because of
for sure.
I mean, we don't know what attacked Johnson. All we got is a claw print.
Right.
And it felt hairy. But it's worth mentioning anyway.
Sure.
Yeah, especially since these are all from the same body of water that is largely interconnected over the entire state.
Absolutely.
So, like, and obviously we've talked about the Ohio River Valley plenty of
just
times.
chock full.
You went over it in the beginning of this episode. Yeah, there's tons of stuff in here. Now, with these things that have been hanging out for 4 years, all I can come up with is that, like the attention, they were just like, shit, our breeding area or our eating area has been like, like we're invaded, we can't be here anymore, so we have to just like scuttle off and go somewhere. Unless they hit some weird like migratory thing. They come in for 4 years.
Possible.
Just eat and bang, smoke ciggies, and then leave.
Right.
Like.
Well, there's the thing. Like, I mean, it was after technically the Industrial Revolution, though businesses were being built. We don't know, say, if in 1889 nobody lived near there. They could have had unfettered access to the sandbar.
Yeah.
And then the encroachment came.
Yep.
And then for the 4 years after, people have been seeing these things.
Yeah.
And that the encroachment just amplified until finally they were like, fuck, we got to skedaddle.
Take to the mud.
Right.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I guess is plausible. I mean, because I don't know how densely populated that area of Indiana was.
But given
or the other side of the river, for that matter.
Given the area, though, that the Ohio River goes through, I mean, they have a lot of options.
Sure.
There's tons of places that you could go. Plenty of, like, swampy marsh areas. I would just be really interested in, like, a breeding population. Like, how many of you are there? How do you breed? How do you sustain your people? Like, what do you guys do?
Right.
Because apparently, according to the, Hoosier, the Confederate boat captain from wherever, he's like, they have no intelligence in their eyes. They're all just, just lust and hunger. Like, just lacking pure, and they can't do math like Mark.
Right.
Yeah. So, I don't know, maybe they did decide to take off someplace else, or they just were bred out of extinction.
It does seem to be, regardless, a classic cryptid.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
In the sense that, I mean, can you really use a Confederate captain's eyes as the only judge of intelligence?
I mean,
maybe not.
Yeah,
but he said other people agreed, and I guess you kind of know if you're looking at a creature. Like, I don't have to think a fucking, I don't know, an opossum is smart or dumb to know that it's potentially dangerous. Or name the fauna,
Hamster.
the small, scurry fauna.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you can look at a hamster and you're not going to think it's a genius, but you're not going to look at it and think, fucking dope. You're so fucking stupid.
Be like that, but that's a dumb animal.
Well, guinea pig.
Yeah, you're stupid with your big
God, they're
giant
dumb.
eyes. Go run in a wheel.
Though they're adorable.
They are super adorable.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. But it does seem like it really could have been a classic case of an animal that maybe came this close to being either captured or killed and taxidermy preserved. And that would have just been a known thing.
I'm surprised no one tried to capture it.
They're shocked.
They're there for that long. Like, why would you not try to catch this thing?
It seems like it's a no-brainer because you are going to get wealthy.
You know when it's going to be there.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, water comes in, water goes out. We know where this thing is.
You can bait a trap.
Yeah.
Just as sure as, hunters and trappers were going for beaver or whatever the hell else might have been living around the rivers, you could have baited something with the mussels or whatever was around. Or
some kind of cage, a water cage.
Right. Tobacco.
Yeah.
Tobacco.
Oh, dude.
According to Mark.
Leave us some zins. Just be like, hey, you want a little lip pillow? There you go. Throw a couple zins. Yeah. Then again.
Or maybe it all ended in tragedy.
This could all be yellow journalism.
It could be.
This could be.
It's yellow as the piss in the Ohio River.
Yeah. That's not fun, though. I wish there was God, imagine getting a newspaper reading that. You'd be like, yes, we're going. Like,
instantly, you'd have to go out there.
For sure. You'd be there. I'd be there every day.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just trying to find these things.
I would have spent my entire child, if I'd read about this as like a 10-year-old, that's all I would have done. And back then, a 10-year-old was practically 46 with the responsibilities and autonomy they had.
I got 2 kids and I'm trying to get this pension. It's not working.
Trying to quit smoking with these fucking mermaids. Keep lighting up and fucking making me.
Throwing me cigs, son's bitch.
Yeah.
Throwing me cigs.
Dude, that's weird, man. It's kind of a cool story, though. I do like the whole classic element.
Oh,
Where it's just like, the paper's putting it out there. They're getting people involved. They got the boat captain down there doing his thing. Local teenagers probably beating these things to death. Like, good times, man. Good times.
I'm not,
I don't know if that really happened.
good, but yeah.
Yeah, or if someone did kill him and they probably ate him, honestly.
Yeah, they probably made good eating.
Probably just killed these things and like we got nothing else
They
to do.
do seem like they could be a weird. All right, let's go super prosaic.
Okay.
Like a weird, maybe heretofore unknown species of shellless terrapin, a turtle of some sort.
Yeah, maybe.
That that maybe had a soft shell that just wasn't. I mean, because the descriptions, there's a lot of things that don't hit the turtle marks. I'll admit, but basically
Bipedal?
reptilian. But they're not bipedal. They're quadrupeds or aquadrupeds.
Because they have, because the legs.
Yeah, they got stubby little bottom ones, long for reaching prey or whatever.
Yeah.
But it could be like if they're retracted inside. But the idea of that weird like flesh flap that hangs down off their back that isn't quite a tail but comes to a point.
Could be turtle-ish.
It's turtle-ish in my mind.
I hope this wasn't a poor turtle.
I mean, yeah, if it was a very rare species of turtle, who
Giant,
also
like a 5-foot
giant tortoise.
I mean,
hairy shellless turtle.
the hairy thing, who knows? That could have been like seaweed or something. And I know it sounds absurd, but I mean, look at alligator snappers. There's big fucking turtles.
Yeah.
And I mean, maybe if this was like a weird mutated subset that just didn't have very many, but they eat meat. They do. They're predators.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not impossible. That to me is the most, still wanting to go out on the cryptozoological ledge, but not wanting to like go fucking whole hog over like Wile E. Coyote.
Yeah.
But then you can't deny that, on the eve or the day after the Hopkinsville Kelly goblin incident, Naomi and her buddy Louise saw a fucking UFO with their kids, went swimming, and she almost got drowned in a tank.
Yeah.
Maybe these things are aliens. Maybe they land for the fresh seafood of the Ohio River.
Yeah.
Maybe that's part like baby predators. Part of their mission in life. They become teenagers. They have to go to Earth. They have to harvest the yield of the fucking river.
Yeah.
And they, and then once they've proven they can survive here, they get to go as young men and women back to their homeworld.
Actually, if they're going to use it as a resource, what a great place to do it. You can just park your craft wherever, do your
and you
shit.
can't use any tech. That's why everyone thinks they're dumb. They're not allowed to use anything, just like basic tools, like hit a shell against a rock.
Unlike the frogmen with their cool wands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And spears.
Roman candles.
Oh, yeah. Shit. All right, man. Well, there it is.
Ohio River is full of madness.
Malevolent mud mermaids of Indiana.
Yes.
Happening. Thank you for joining us, Robert. Before we get out of here, we got some good folks to thank over there at Patreon that they support us monthly financially. Patreon.com/Cryptonaut Podcast. If you want to watch us do this podcast, you can do that.
This would be the episode to start.
100%.
You got a salacious look from Mark Stores.
I'm going to start acting out more.
I will never forget that moment.
Can I start bringing props, you think?
Why not?
Yeah.
You're the Gallagher of cryptozoology.
We were supposed to give like capes and shit, remember?
Yeah. No, I was at Spirit twice and I did not buy capes. Sorry.
That's fair.
I was busy.
You can just bring towels. Make it do.
Nah, man, we gotta get some props.
I know I want a real cape. I'm just fucking talking shit.
All right. Well, let's thank the good folks, Robert. Patreon.
Beginning with Quentin Sellers.
Thank you, Quinn. We appreciate it.
John No H.
Hell yeah, John. Love it.
Shelby J. Sams.
Thank you, Shelby.
Thank you, Shelby. AJ Snyder.
What up, AJ? Thank you so much.
Last, never least, like to keep them tight little bursts, throwing it out to Hart.
Hart.
I think that's how you pronounce it. It's H-A-E-R-T.
Yeah.
Hart.
Hart.
Maybe it's Hart.
Like David Hart. Yeah.
Hart.
I don't know.
You know what? Hart.
Yeah.
If we said it wrong, let us know.
Hell yeah.
Thank you all, and thank you everyone else that has been supporting us, and thank you everyone that just listens and fucking tries to support us in any way they can. It means
and
the
again,
world.
you can get all that bonus weekly content at patreon.com/Cryptonaut podcast. Also get you Discord access. Follow us in the social medias, the Instas, the Twitters, the Facebooks, the TikToks, the short form videos, all kinds of fun stuff
Short form video
happening on the social medias. What else? Oh, merch. We got merch, hellerspace.com. Check it out. We had shorts that were sent to us, but they got lost in New Mexico like 8 days ago or something.
Shameful.
So hopefully we'll have the shorts soon, and we can talk about those more because summer's coming to an end. But you can still wear shorts in the house.
I wear shorts all the time.
Constantly in the house.
Yeah.
Sure.
I get home and immediately put on gym shorts.
Sure.
Yeah, it's like my house
Comfort.
outfit. Yeah, dude, super comfortable. So you can grab that merch over there again, hellerspace.com. And
Yeah, we can do whatever. Thank.
Oh, yes. Oh, my God. I totally
yeah.
forgot here. I literally put this in front of my computer so I wouldn't forget. And I did not forget this time, although I did. Christopher, thank you for the reminder. Lone Star Custom 3D Printing. Check them out on the social medias. They sent us, I can show the $10 tier here. They sent us these super cool, like 3D printed, it's like a print.
They're so awesome.
Like a little piece of art.
It is.
Really
I want to
like
put it on
that.
a record player. Like it
Oh
reminds
my
me.
God, it does. It does.
It reminds me
It's got
of
that
like,
vibe.
It reminds
the
me of
Sam
like
one
a
does.
flexi.
100%, like in the back of a magazine.
Yeah,
record.
you whip it out and you just play that shit.
No, there's another one right here, though.
Oh,
here
that's
too.
dope.
This one right here. So yeah, again, that is Lone Star Custom 3D Printing. Check them out. Thank you so much. We appreciate
thank
it.
you.
Super awesome. Also, we got some cool like D&D keychains and these really cool like articulated like little
baby
dragon
dragons.
Something, yeah.
dudes.
That's
And-
got like a fox face.
yeah, but no, check them
Oh,
out
they're so
on the
cute.
Instas. I follow them there on the Instas. They got all kinds of fun stuff for sale. You can check their store out.
Absolutely.
We appreciate all the gifts. It's so awesome. I love when it's mail day.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, yes,
Yeah.
mail day. I love
Absolutely.
mail day. It's so sick. So there it is. Thank you all so very much. And we'll be talking with you next week.
Mm-hmm.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Yeah. I'm going to start getting weird again, guys. This was
Good.
This was all right. This was standard. This is good. This is a monster
This is
in the
weird.
mud.
This is kind of weird.
It's weird.
Yeah, super
But
weird.
not by our standard weird. We're about to get fucking loopity doop.
Oh, but
Okay.
is that how
Yeah.
we're ending summer? Is loopity doop?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Well, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We're wearing capes or cloaks all of October.
I'm all about it.
The whole fucking month. So
Can it get like a cool mask or something?
Oh, like the Mysterians. Remember they wore capes and
if you want to
big bulbous
wear masks for an
helmets.
hour, and it's comfortable for you.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be.
I mean,
fun.
I probably wouldn't.
I'll just
go
go
This
with
problem,
prosthetics. I'll have to do prosthetics.
Oh,
yeah,
that's a lot.
that'd be sweet.
Hey, whatever it takes.
All right, cool. Well, you know what? We'll check it out for Halloween.
Capes, definitely.
Capes for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Helmets
or
optional.
cloaks. We'll see.
Helmets. I love a helmet.
I'm just saying optional.
Damn it. I can't wear my stormtrooper. You won't be able to hear me.
No. You can't have a full face thing.
Yeah, no.
It's not gonna work. We're talking to you. Peace.